Good evening, everyone. I'm Vanshika Bolia, Marketing Executive STA India, and I'll be your host today. We are thrilled to have you join us today for this exclusive webinar hosted by the Saudi Tourism Authority, focusing on the exciting leisure opportunities Saudi has to offer. Whether you are a travel agent or a product manager, this session is designed to provide you with unique insights and new ways to inspire your clients to explore Saudi Arabia's diverse leisure experiences. Now, I would like to introduce our STA India team, beginning with Mr. Mishal Qureshi, India and Subcontinent Trade Account Senior Director, Ms. Amal Al Harbi, India and Subcontinent Market Offerings Manager, Mr. Mohsen Patel, Country Manager India and Bangladesh, Mr. Anas Jamaldeen, India Trade Accounts Manager, Ms. Madhulika Singh, Marketing and Trade Events Manager, Ms. Vartika Chaturvedi, Leisure and Key Accounts Head, Mr. Syed Nadeem Shams, Head of Airline and Spiritual, Ms. Krupa Rathod, Product Manager, Mr. Purushottam Lal Sharma, PMO Manager India, Ms. Neha Chaudhary, Market Manager Leisure, North and East India, Mr. Hussain Dalal, Market Manager Leisure, South and West India, Mr. Nizam Khan, Market Manager Spiritual, North and East India, and Mr. Gufran Rakhange, Assistant Trade Events Manager. Before we begin, a quick housekeeping note. If you have any questions during the presentation, please feel free to drop them in the chat and we'll address them at the end of the session. Today's agenda will cover an overview of Saudi Arabia's leisure tourism landscape, how to create hero products, key attractions and upcoming events that travelers can enjoy. Without further delay, let me introduce our speaker for today, Krupa Rathod, Product Manager from the Saudi Tourism Authority, who will walk us through the leisure offerings that are rapidly transforming Saudi Arabia into one of the top leisure destinations in the world. We would also like to invite our DMC partner, airline partner, and DMO partner. Over to you, Krupa.
Thank you so much, Vanshika. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. I am quickly going to, share my screen. And like Vanchika just mentioned, it would be really great throughout the presentation. Whenever you have any questions, please to put them in the chat box so that we can actually take them up towards the end of the presentation and address it. Yeah. So today we are going to be covering the beautiful destination Saudi. Very little is actually known about Saudi as a destination from the leisure per se, but today we are going to be showcasing what Saudi has to offer. But before we begin and delve deeper into the destination, I will play a quick video to showcase the beauty that the destination has.
शानदार सऊदी सुनहरा ये आसमान सोने सा रेगिस्तान झूमे लहरें यहाँ सुनाए ये दास्तां है शानदार सऊदी, है बेशुमार सऊदी, हर दिल में प्यार सऊदी, आए बार बार। चांदनी रातों में यूं तारों से हो रूबरू, धड़कनों की जुस्तजू सुन ले मेरी आरज़ू। है शानदार सऊदी, है बेशुमार, हर दिल में प्यार गाए बार बार। सऊदी है बेशुमार, हर दिल में प्यार गाए बार बार। शानदार सऊदी।
That was just a simple glimpse into the destination, into the offerings of Saudi Arabia. Now, what we are going to be doing is also covering about the destination, what is there in the Saudi Arabia, and what you can do. How many number of nights that you can actually think of spending. Usually, people have perception that Saudi Arabia could be a destination which is not for a longer duration. It could be just like for 4 days or 5 days, but that's the wrong perception that people have. We are a destination which is one of the largest in the Middle Eastern areas. We are the 12th largest country in the world. We have more than 2,400 kilometers of coastline, that is towards the east and the west. We have more than 13 key destinations which actually hold importance from the tourism per se. Of course, the destination is the best time to visit Saudi would be during the winter season, that is between the October until March, because that is the time we have a lot of festivals, a lot of seasons that are actually happening. But having said that, we are not only a winter destination, we are a year-round destination. During the summers, we have the amazing southwestern region of Asir, Abha, Al-Baha, and Taif that one can actually visit. So, going forward, we will be touching upon, the other aspects also, which is very important. That is your visas. Yes, visa is something that is absolutely important to know of. So, obtaining Saudi visas is very easy now. As compared to what it was earlier known as, right? Now, there are 4 different ways that one can actually obtain the visas. One is your e-visas or the visa on arrival. So there is an eligibility criteria for obtaining either an e-visa or visa on arrival. Anyone who holds a valid and utilized US, UK, or a Schengen visa, they can actually take the visa on arrival, or they can also apply on the MOFA website and obtain the visas within, say, 15 minutes, provided they upload the correct documents. Now, other than that, what is the other way to get the visas for those who do not hold a valid US, UK, or a Schengen? So for that, you can actually apply through VFS, that is the Tashir centers in India. There are about, say, 9 centers across India, which actually takes the visa application. It is similar to your Schengen visa application. You go onto the Tashir website. On that, all the information that you require with regards to the documents required, the time taken, what are the visa fees, all of that is very well mentioned on the vc.tashir.com website. You fill an online form, you take the appointment date, and your clients will have to go to the Tashir centers to personally submit their applications. Now, why is this necessary? Because biometric is a compulsion. right? For those who do not hold a valid US, UK, or a Schengen visa, you will have to go to the Tashir centers for your biometrics. As long as all your documents are in order, within 7 to 9 working days, you will be able to get your visas. Now, what is the other way that you can also get the visa? That is your flight ticket actually works as your visa as well. So, whenever you are traveling to an onward destination on our national carrier, that is the Saudia Airlines, you are eligible to get 96 hours free Saudi visas. So that gives a very good chance for you to add Saudi as a stopover destination for your clients who are going to the onward destinations. Now, we usually do get the questions pertaining to the visas on arrival or the e-visas, whether there is any airline restriction to it. So, for e-visas or visas on arrival, we do not have any airline restriction. That can be, individual can flow on any carrier in order to get e-visas or, your visas on arrival. But when it comes to the stopover visa, which are issued by the Saudi Airlines, for that, there is an airline restriction. That is, you will have to fly on the Saudi Airlines itself. And it actually comes very quickly as well. Now, very important, how do you get into Saudi Arabia? So we have our national carrier, that is the Saudi Airlines, which actually has about 6 different stations from India, which flies into Jeddah and Riyadh. So from Delhi, we have about 9 flights going into Jeddah and about 3 flights into Riyadh. Of course, we have different centers like, Lucknow, Bombay, Hyderabad, Bangalore, and Cochin, from where Saudi Airlines network takes you from India into Saudi Arabia. Now, speaking about airlines, we also have other low-cost carriers that have direct flight connectivity between India and Saudi. The flying hour from India to Saudi is maximum 5.5 hours, depending on where you are based in India. And there are direct flight connectivities as well. So that means, your clients who would look at spending a long weekend getaway, they can easily take a direct flight. Within no time, they will be into Saudi Arabia. Modes of transport. When it comes to commuting within the country, yes, we do have, domestic airports where there are, regular flights that actually have schedules. But other than the airline connectivity, we also have the Saudi Arabian Railways. Now, there are 2 different ways that you can commute into, from one destination to another in Saudi. So first, the image that you see here is of the Haramain train that actually runs on the western side. It connects Jeddah to Mecca, Medina, and the King Abdullah Economic City. And then on the central and the eastern side, we have the Saudi Arabian Railways, which actually connects Riyadh with the eastern province, that is your Al-Hassa area and your Dammam area, and towards the north region of Hail as well. So these are the 2 ways that you can actually make use or rather incorporate the train journeys into the itineraries as well. When it comes to commuting between Jeddah and Riyadh, currently there are no railway connectivities available, which is why it would be best to take a short flight or a domestic flight. Now, when you're planning an itinerary, how do you plan an itinerary, or what are the destinations that you can probably look at? Well, for the winter season, we are highly, highly promoting our Golden Triangle, which consists of Jeddah, Alula, and Riyadh. So I'm going to take you through what is it that you can actually do or see in Jeddah when you are sending your clients. Now, what are the number of nights that you can actually, offer to your clients while they are in Jeddah? A minimum of 2 to 3 nights maximum is good enough. However, if your clients do not really have much time in hand, one night should be okay as well, provided they are doing the entire Golden Triangle. Now, while you are in Jeddah, it also is important to understand which time of the year you are offering Jeddah to your clients. Because if you are looking at offering Jeddah during the summer season, it can easily be like a 3-nighter destination. Why? Because of the day trips that are available from Jeddah. While you are in Jeddah, something that you must include in the itinerary is a visit to Al Balad. Al Balad is a no vehicle zone. It's the old downtown area of Jeddah, and it has a lot of history that is there. The best way to explore Al Balad is by foot. So on an approximation, 2 to 2.5 hours is something that is required to explore Al Balad area. Of course, in Al Balad, we have the ancient houses that are very they hold a lot of importance. There are these olden houses, the Beit Nafis house and all, that actually are pretty amazing to explore. Other than that, there are amazing shopping opportunities that are available in Al Balad. That is, you have the Old Town Souk area also. So some of the finest spices, or your dates and all, which actually come from Jeddah as well. So that is something that you can shop. Then we have the Tayyibat Museum. It is an open air museum. It does have an entrance fee that is required. So the minimum number of time required to explore Tayyibat Museum would be about, say, 2 to 3 hours, depending on the breaks that one take. Then we also have the amazing Jeddah Yacht Club that you can actually explore. It is lined up with all chic restaurants, your high-end shopping experiences. Of course, if you have clients who fancies, luxury, yacht itineraries and all, you can actually hire a private yacht, take them into the deep sea for a sundowner, and then get them back into Jeddah. That is something that you can offer to your clients during the evening times. Apart from that, what is there for the kids and the families? We have the Fakir Aquarium that you can actually offer to your clients. It is along the Jeddah Corniche. During there are certain times where you have certain dolphin shows and all also that is happening at the Fakir Aquarium. So before you book anything, always check it out with our partner DMCs, who will be able to give you all the information. Then we have the King Abdullah Economic City, which is about, say, 1.5 hour drive up north of Jeddah. Now, there are two ways that you can visit Cake. You can either drive, which is 1.5 hour, or you can also take the high-speed Haramain train, which connects Jeddah along with the King Abdullah Economic City. So this place is actually famous for your beach areas. You have water sport activities, you have canal boat riding experiences, you have go-karting and all also that is very much available out here. Apart from that, you also have accommodation options. So somebody who likes to stay closer to the beach area, King Abdullah Economic City does have those options available as well. Then we have the Royal Greens Golf Course, which is a 18-hole championship golf course. Again, something that the golf lovers would absolutely love, because this is one of the most popular golf courses in the Middle Eastern region. Other than the golf course, we have a day trip that you can actually do to Taif, that is from Jeddah. Now, Taif is more of a winter destination. So during the months of March and April, between that time, we have something called as the rose bloom season that happens in Taif. So Taif is called as the rose capital of Saudi Arabia. During this time, you have an option of giving day trip to your client to Taif, where the moment you just move out on the outskirts of Jeddah, you would actually feel the difference in the temperature. Why? Because Taif is more like a mountainous area. It is, something which remains. It's a destination which actually remains cooler in the summers also. That is why you will feel a major difference in the climate also. It's very pleasant. You have cable car experiences also that you can offer to your clients while you give Taif as a group trip. Some of the hotel options that are available, of course, we do have luxury hotels like Shangri-La Jeddah that is there. And then, of course, we have the Waldorf Astoria, which is along the Jeddah Corniche, and then we have the Ritz-Carlton Jeddah. Now, while we are showcasing the luxury hotels which are available, and people usually, relate Saudi as a luxury destination, let us break the myth of the thing that Saudi is an absolutely expensive destination. We do have IHG properties, we have Accor hotels where you have brands like Ibis, you have Novotel. These brands are also very much available in Saudi. So if somebody is looking at visiting Jeddah, not necessarily that they look at only 5-star hotels. They do have hotel options which are from mid-range to a budgeted property also that is available. So that is something that is very important that one needs to know. From Jeddah, we move up north when we are traveling on our Golden Triangle. We come to Alula. Now, how do you commute between Jeddah and Alula? You either take a direct flight, which is about, say, 1 hour 45 minutes, or you break the journey in Medina. Why? Because Medina has opened up for non-Muslims. You travel by a Harmain high-speed train from Jeddah to Medina, which will take about 1 hour 30 minutes approximately. And then from Medina to Alula, it is a drive of about 3.5 hours to 4 hours. So those are the two different ways that you can actually travel. I would rather recommend the second option. Why? Because that way you are also offering experience to your client where you are giving the roadways, you are giving the railway experience as well. Alula is a destination that can be a minimum of a 3-nighter to a 4-nighter destination. Of course, if somebody does not have the budget, then you can look at a minimum of 2 nights to do justice to the destination. Now, what are the things that you would do in Alula? The first thing and the most important iconic experience that you should definitely include is Hegra. Now, Hegra is available in different combinations. You can do Hegra by the normal bus, which is like a hop-on, hop-off kind of a bus. It's an air-conditioned coach. Or you can also do it by a vintage Land Rover. Say, for example, if you have a small family of 7 people, 6 to 7 people traveling together, you can give them an experience of Hegra by a private open air Land Rover. Then Hegra, there are certain season timings where Hegra by night is an option that is available that you can include. So say, for example, if you're looking at including Hegra by day, you shouldn't think that, okay, I have already given Hegra by day to the client, why should I be giving Hegra by night? That is a wrong concept. So even though Hegra by night throughout the year, it is open only for a limited time, I would rather recommend whenever your clients are traveling, you should give them Hegra by day, Hegra by night, both the options, because it is absolutely mesmerizing. Then we have Jebel Al-Fil, which is also known as the Elephant Rock. So there are no entrance fees to Jebel Al-Fil like what you would have an entrance fee to your Hegra by day or by night. And the best part is Jebel Al-Fil actually has 2 different cafes which serve light snacks. It also serves shishas. So the best again time to visit would be around the sunset time, where your clients can actually see the beautiful sunset around this area. Other than that, we would recommend they finish their lunch, they finish their dinner and everything, and then they return back and spend some time in the night at Elephant Rock itself again. Why? That is like giving them free stargazing tour. Why? Because firstly, the entrance to Elephant Rock, there is no entrance fee, and plus this area is so minimally lit that your clients, the cabanas and the seating area that you see from here itself, your clients will be able to get the experience of stargazing. So that is one small little tip that you can probably keep in mind while giving Elephant Rock to your clients. Other than that, when it comes to adventure activities, we have hot air ballooning, we have zip lining, we have stargazing experiences. In fact, there is a separate stargazing experience at Garameel that you can also offer to your client, which is almost like 7 to 8 hour experience. It starts early afternoon and then it ends by dinner into a secluded area. Other than the adventure experiences, you have Maraya, which is a large, iconic experience. A photo stop at Maraya is definitely must include in the itinerary. This monument, or rather the structure of Maraya, it actually holds a Guinness World Record for being one of the largest glass mirage buildings in the world. Maraya also has a concert hall inside. It has Maraya Socials restaurant also, which is inside. There are a lot of performances that actually happen in Maraya inside the concert hall. In fact, some of the artists who have performed here are, your famous Enrique Iglesias, your Lionel Richie, Mariah Carey, who have all performed out here. So definitely Maraya should be included into the itinerary. We think that, Alula is more of, desert and mountains, but Alula has its own small little green oasis, which you can actually offer to your clients. You have certain walking trails that you can actually take when you are offering Alula. Other than that, we are highly focusing on wellness also. So there is an entire wellness session, or rather, there are these celebrity wellness, coaches. They actually come and have retreats for almost 5 to 6 days that actually happen in Alula. So you see, we as a destination, we are not only focusing on culture, history, which is very important to us, but along with that, you also get adventure, you get wellness and all of that. Now, very important when it comes to the accommodations in Alula. So currently, there are only approximately 1,500 key rooms in the destination. And this is one of the most visited destinations also. Because there is very limited, keys in the destination, it is important that you make the reservations well in advance for your clients, because otherwise it kind of gets sold out, right? Other than that, we have, camping experiences also that are available in Alula. So some of the best properties that you can offer to your clients is your Banyan Tree Alula. Again, it has state-of-the-art swimming pool. We have Habitas, which offers amazing spa treatments. It has amazing stargazing experience also that it offers. And then from the mid-budget, per se, you also have properties like Sahari and Cloud 7 that are available. Other than that, if somebody does not have the budget, but then they still want to visit Alula, you have camping options also, tented option also that is available out there. But again, for that, you have to mentally prepare your client that it is going to be like a very basic accommodation option that is available. But that is for somebody who wants to explore the destination and are okay with, the basic amenities. Other than Alula, the third destination that makes up our Golden Triangle is Riyadh. Riyadh is the capital city and it is a cosmopolitan city where you will see a lot of amalgamation of culture and the modernization. While you are in Riyadh, you definitely must include Al Diraya into the itinerary. Why Al Diraya? Because this place actually holds history of more than 300 years old. It is the birthplace of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, which is why it is one of the most iconic experiences that you can include in the itinerary. Again, when it comes to Al Diraya, if you're visiting Al Diraya during the daytime, there is no entrance fees at all. It is a free entry. However, we recommend having a guided service, a guide service so that, they can actually explain the importance and the history behind Al Diraya. Now, Al Diraya has two different terraces. One is Al Turez, which you see in the image out here. It is the mud brick city that is there. And then we have the Al Bujairi Terrace, which actually offers fine dining experiences to your clients. Then we have the Sky Bridge, which is located on the 99th floor of the Kingdom Tower. Again, this becomes a part of your city tour and something that you should definitely include in the itinerary. There is also a mosque which is located on the 77th floor, which is one of the highest mosques in the kingdom. Then when you are giving Riyadh as a city tour, you should always look at including Al Murabba Palace. So this is the place which holds a lot of history. It is the King Saud's summer palace, which I could say. Again, just besides Al Murabba Palace, we have the Saudi National Museum. The entrance is just 10 riyals. You would require about, say, 1.5 to 2 hours. Usually, we think that, national museums are pretty boring, people get bored and things like that. But trust me, when it comes to National Museum of Riyadh, it is something that you should definitely include in the itinerary. The best part of the National Museum is also that, like, say, for example, if you have small group of family who's traveling, or you can actually, they have their in-house guides. You can actually let them know in advance, and they'll be more than happy to take your clients around through the entire National Museum at no additional cost. So that is something that you can actually do for your group. Small closed family groups or group of people who are traveling. When it comes to shopping, we have traditional souk, that's the souk al-zal, that you can actually offer a visit out there. Other than that, you have day trip experiences that you can give to your clients. One is visiting Ushaigar Heritage Village. Visiting Ushaigar Village would be about, say, 9 to 10 hour journey because it is on the outskirts of Riyadh, and again, something that you can actually include in the itinerary. So when we talk about Riyadh as a destination, it can actually be like a minimum of a 3-nighter going on to a 5-nighter destination. When we talk about Saudi, we also look at, people who are traveling with families, what are the things that they can do out there. So in Riyadh, you have the Nofa Park where, you have these animal encounters, your safaris that you can actually offer to your clients. Nofa Park is about 1 hour away from main Riyadh. So this can again be like a 3/4 day trip from Riyadh itself. Then something that is like very, very exciting. This is something that actually brings out the child in all of us. That is the Riyadh seasons. Yes, we do have something called as seasons, where the entire country is divided in different zones, in different seasons. So, because right now we are in the winter season, during the winters we have Riyadh seasons that happens in Riyadh between October to March, and also during this period we have Alula moments that actually happens in Alula. So during these times, what happens is the entire city or the town gets, transformed totally. So this year in Riyadh seasons, we will be having 14 different zones where there are about, say, 5 new zones that have been created, of which, you can actually experience 15 different, country pavilions that are available at Riyadh Boulevard City. Then you have, the Dunes of Arabia, where you have 4x4 wheel drive, you have desert safaris, Bedouin experiences that are very much available. Apart from that, you have the winter wonderland that is there. That is something where you have a lot of installations, a lot of art installations, the flamingo lake and all of that, that is very much available, that you can actually offer to your clients. um, Something else that will really, really excite the families traveling with kids is the Riyadh Zoo, because Riyadh Zoo also has different animal encounter experiences that are available, other than the different shows and all that are there. Very exciting. That is the music festivals. So during December, in the winter season, we have MDLB's Soundstorm. That is a music festival that happens in Riyadh. It usually happens in the first half of December. This year, it is happening from 12th till the 14th of December, and that is going to be one of the loudest weekends in Riyadh. You also have options of taking single day tickets for your clients. The single day pass starts as low as 150 Saudi Riyal. You have those international DJs, international artists like your Afrojack, Eminem, DJ Snake, all coming and performing at the MDL Beast this year. I'm going to play a quick video to give you a glimpse of what MDLB Soundstorm looks like. That was a glimpse of the MDL Beast Soundstorm. Now, what are the different properties that are available? We have Four Seasons hotels in Riyadh that is very much available. So your Kingdom Tower is the Four Seasons is located in the Kingdom Tower. Then we have the Fairmont Riyadh, which is in between the airport and the Riyadh city center. The best place to stay, or rather the best place to look for accommodation in Riyadh, would be your Ulaya Street, which is very, very central. Then we also have Ritz-Carlton. Again, in Riyadh, we do have 3-star, 4-star, 5-star category options available, which makes it very much travelable for the mid-budget clients as well. Other than the Golden Triangle, we also have the Eastern Province that you can actually look at. Now, Eastern Province, how do you reach? You either drive for about, say, 3.5 to 4 hours en route to doing sightseeing, or you take the Saudi Arabian Railways. Now, what is it that you can do in the Eastern Province? Definitely visit the Jabal Al Kara caves. This is a complex of limestone caves that you can actually visit in while you are en routing. This is in the Al Hasa area. Then, along with that, you also visit the Aswar Lake, which is the yellow lake of Al Hasa. Again, very important to remember, the normal vehicles cannot actually, reach the Aswar Lake, which is why you have to go by a 4x4 wheel drive itself. It's a very popular local picnic spot for the locals as well. Something you should definitely include when families traveling along with kid is ITRA, which is the King Abdul Aziz Center for the World Culture. Here you have a lot of, experimental labs, for kids. The local schools and all also have, day visits to ITRA. There is a lot of, experiences that are available from kids per se out here. Other than that, you can definitely visit the Heritage Village that is there in the Mount. And apart from that, you can also include other destinations, other Middle Eastern destinations from Eastern Province. Coming to one of the crowns or one of the hidden jewels of Saudi, that is the Red Sea. That Red Sea currently does have only 3 properties that are available. How do you reach Red Sea? So Red Sea International is the airport that is there at the Red Sea Global. There are direct flight connectivity from Riyadh and Jeddah and even from Dubai. So you can actually give direct flight connectivity if somebody wants to do like an add-on to the Red Sea Global to your clients. Of course, there are a lot of properties that are going to come up, but currently there are 3 properties that are up and running. The first one being St. Regis and the second one being Nujuma, both of which are an island property. The maximum time to reach both the properties from the airport would be 1 hour maximum. And then we have the third property, which is a desert camp, which is Six Senses Southern Dune, which again takes maximum of 1 hour. So Red Sea Global can be a destination in itself if somebody has the bandwidth of spending, because it is uber luxury. So your clients who want to do go for a long weekend getaway, they have the time and the money to splurge. This is the destination that you can always offer to them. I'm quickly going to run past the properties that are there. We have Six Senses, which currently has about, say, 76 keys. And then we have St. Regis with 90 keys, where you have overwater villas and the beach villas as well. Then when it comes to Ritz-Carlton, Nujuma, you have 82 keys, where you have beach villas, overwater villas again. Now, what do you do when you are in the Red Sea? Of course, you do have leisure activities below the water that you can do, some diving experiences, amazing diving experiences that are available, your snorkeling, scuba diving, heritage diving, and all of that. And then you can also look at activities that you can take above the water, like your canoeing, kayaking, paddle boarding, kite surfing, sailing options. Other than that, because we are not only an island destination, Red Sea Global is also, extended towards the mountains in the interiors. You have, electric biking, hiking, climbing, all these options also available. Soon, there will be skydiving, paragliding options also that will be available in the Red Sea Global. Other than that, we will just run past the bookable experiences and what are the ways that you can look at planning the itineraries. Now, it is very important to know the various ways that you would want to promote Saudi. Currently, there are 2 to 3 different ways that you can look at promoting Saudi. One is KSA Explore. When we talk about KSA Explore, we mean the entire holiday is spent on the kingdom. Saudi Arabia can be sold as a standalone destinations. Now, what are the different permutations, combinations, or maybe the number of nights? I would say a minimum of 7 to 8 nighter in Saudi is something that you should definitely recommend to your client if they have the budget and the bandwidth. Of course, for those who have the budget, the Golden Triangle works absolutely fantastic. But for somebody who does not really have the bandwidth or the budget, you can always look at combining 2 destinations. That is, you can look at combinations of Riyadh with Alula or Riyadh with Eastern Province, Riyadh with Jeddah. These are the combinations that you can look at. Somebody who is absolutely luxury, they have the money to splurge. Red Sea Global itself, you can split stay. You can do, 2 nights Overwater Villa, 2 nights desert camp. Or you can combine Red Sea Global along with Alula to give experiences. Currently, there are no scheduled flights between Red Sea Global and Alula, but it is very much possible to have a private charter booked for your clients if they want to combine both the destinations as well. If not the private charter, then about say 3.5 to 4 hours driving distance, you will reach from Alula to Red Sea Global. That is one way of looking at promoting Saudi, which is the other way that you can look at pushing Saudi to your clients. Of course, you can club it with the Middle Eastern travelers. So somebody who comes to you saying that they want to go to, Middle Eastern destinations, you can always do an upsell of Saudi Arabia to your clients. Say, for example, if you have clients who are going to Dubai and they are looking at something new along with Dubai, easily you can give a minimum 3 nights Riyadh, or if they have the budget, you either give Alula or the Red Sea Global. Why? Because from Dubai also you have direct flight connectivity to Alula, Red Sea Global, and Riyadh as well. The same goes with other Middle Eastern destinations like Bahrain. Bahrain is just a drive, 45 minutes drive away from Al Khobar area, which is on the Eastern Province. So you can easily club the capital of Riyadh along with the Eastern Province, and then you drive into Bahrain. That way you can do like a combination destination. And then of course, from Qatar, Oman, and Jordan as well, you can, give add-ons to Saudi Arabia. Just to sum up, what are the bookable experiences that are available in Riyadh? So to reiterate, the most important iconic experiences that you should definitely include in the itinerary is a visit to Al Diriyah in Riyadh and the Sky Bridge, which is on the 99th floor of the Kingdom Tower. That should definitely be included in the itinerary. That is like a bare minimum that you can include. Apart from that, there are a lot of, heritage cultural sites, your city spots, your sporting experiences. So we do have 4x4 wheel drive, desert safaris, Kashta Arabian camping experience that are very much available in Riyadh. And of course, we have the Riyadh season and the MDL Beast Soundstorm music festival that is there. And then we have the bookable experiences for Jeddah. Al Balad definitely a must include in the itinerary, even if your client is going for a minimum of a 1 night stay. Al Balad is something that you should definitely include in the itinerary. Other than that, a visit to the promenade where your clients can visit the Fakeh Aquarium, the King Fahad Fountain, the floating mosque is something that you can offer to your clients. Other than that, you have day trips that are available. That is, you can do day trips to Taif. You can do a day trip to Medina, a trip to King Abdullah Economic City. For somebody who really loves sports, nature, you can actually offer them snorkeling, diving experiences, kite surfing experiences, golfing, and all of that. Very important, we will also be having the F1 Grand Prix that is happening in Jeddah from the 18th till the 20th of April. And we do have our partner DMCs who do have packages that are available for the Grand Prix as well, in case if you have those kind of clienteles. When it comes to Alula, Hegra is the most iconic site that you should definitely include in the itinerary. If you visit to Alula and you don't give Hegra tour, it is an incomplete tour. So Hegra is a must include. And then, of course, you have the visit to Alula Old Town, the Elephant Rock, you have the Alula Oasis, all of that you can give in terms of your heritage and culture. When it comes to adventure, yes, we have gravity carts also that are experienced, along with the helicopter ride, hot air ballooning, zip lining, and of course the glamping experiences as well. And that brings us towards the end of the presentations. I hope we have managed to do justice to the destination. Of course, this is only a little part of Saudi that we have managed to showcase to you. Once we connect, we have our team members, our leisure team is led by Vartika. We have Neha, we have Hussein, who takes care of leisure for different areas. We all will be more than happy to, sort any queries or anything that you would have in terms of the destinations. Now, while that brings us to the end of the presentation, I will also be introducing you to our stakeholders, our DMCs who are there. Of course, it is important that we introduce you to, or rather we bring our stakeholders to you from where you can actually connect with them and then help us sell packages for Saudi or send your clients to Saudi. So I'm quickly going to introduce my partners. So we have Saudi Airlines with us. We have Mr. Abdul Rahman Sheikh, who's the sales manager, and Ms. Zinia Madan, who's the sales and marketing manager from the GSA. They are both based in Bombay.
Hey, hi everybody. This is Abdul Rahman Sheikh representing Saudia, working as sales manager India.
Thank you so much, Abdul.
I just want to give a brief introduction about Saudia. Saudi Airlines operate flights to over 100 destinations across the Middle East, Africa, Asia, Europe, and North America. As a Sky team member since 2012 and a founder member of the Arab Air Carrier Organization, we provide global connectivity and regional operation. In addition to the scheduled flights, Saudi operate charter flights during key seasons like Ramadan and Hajj, supporting pilgrims from all over the world. We are also actively promoting Saudi Arabia as a top destination, aligning with Vision 2030 through innovative tourism solution and sustainable travel options.
Thank you so much, Abdul. Thank you so much
we look
for the lovely introduction.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. And we look forward to the session and further collaboration.
Thank you.
Is there any questions on with Saudi Arabian Airlines? Then we are most welcome. Anybody can have any question and we'll be happy to answer that.
Thank you so much, Abdul. The next stakeholder that we would like to introduce you is from the Royal Commission for Alula. We have Ms. Bina Menon, who is representing, the RCU out here. She's based in Bombay. Then we have Alana Miranda and Kavya, who actually support with the trade. Alana is based in Bombay, Kavya is based in Delhi, so they take care of different regions.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, Kripa, for the fantastic presentation. I think you've done Alula proud. And I hope everybody does include Alula in their itineraries to Saudi Arabia. And wonderful to be on this presentation with you. And yeah, I'm based in Mumbai. Alana is also based in Mumbai, and Kavya is a representative who's based in Delhi. So we look forward to being in touch with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Beena. Moving ahead, we have our DMC partners whom we would like to introduce you to. We have the Ajwad Group. So we have Mr. Mohammed Al Sultan and Ms. Wasef Alolian, who is with us during this presentation. So just a little about Ajwad. So Ajwad is one of the leaders when it comes to integrated DMCs. They have amazing, hands-on experience when it comes to handling the VIP services, the luxury experiences. Apart from that, they also cater to the mid-budget holidays, leisure holidays, where a lot of focus is on the adventure hiking tours as well.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for this webinar. It's very fruitful and informative, and it's our pleasure to be part of this. As you mentioned, Korba, we are running many different sides of tourism and travel. Also, we do adventures such as hiking, tours, and many experiences. We are located in Riyadh, and we have our own like assets in our entity. We do also running transportation solutions. We have many VIP buses, modified buses, and we can arrange groups like and from different cities. We can arrange pickup and drop off from the airports for groups up to 100 or more and less. So yeah, that's all about us, and I have my team members here, Wasaif and Asma. We are part of Jawad, and we are running the tourism DMC department.
Thank you
Of course,
so
our
much.
emails are available anytime you would like to drop us any request. We would be happy to handle. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you so much, Sultan. Moving ahead, we have our another DMC who's along with us. That is Dadabhai Travel. We have Mr. Vivek Shetty, who is the business head for leisure, along with Amina Ansari. So Amina is based in India, while Vivek is based out of Bahrain. They actually, have a lot of offices spread across the entire GCC. Their headquarters is in Bahrain. And when it comes to Saudi, they have offices in Dammam, Riyadh, Jubail, Jeddah, and of course, they have their team members based in different regions like, Alula and other areas as well. Yeah, thank you so much for being with us, so Vivek and Amina.
Yeah, hi. Is my voice audible?
Yes.
Okay. Thanks everyone for being in the presentation. Thanks, Krupa, for introducing us. We are in, based in Saudi. We have 6 offices and also across GCC. So we do ground service across the Gulf. So any requests, any group departures, we can handle it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vivek. Going ahead, we have Go Zahid, which is one of the leading DMCs. They actually specialize in curating offbeat itineraries. One of the very strong areas for them is Alula. From Go Zahid, we have Mr. Mansoor Salim, who's the business development manager. He's based out of Saudi and UAE. So he is a busy person. He keeps traveling though. But we have Miss Maria Mendes, who is the business development advisor. She is based in Goa in India. So Go Zahid also has, representations out here in India, which makes it very easy for you guys to coordinate as well. Thank you so much, Mansoor and Maria, for being a part of our webinar.
Thank you, Krupa, for the wonderful presentation. And a big hello to all the audience today. We look forward to cater your guests coming into this wonderful destination. I won't take much, but yeah, we definitely keep in touch. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mansoor. Going ahead, the another important partner that we have along with us is the Hamza Camel Tour. We have Mr. Imad Kashmiri. He's the CEO of the Hamza Camel Tours. And we have Mr. Santosh Kesarkar, who is the Chief Executive Officer. So a little about Hamza Camel Tour. They offer very unique experiences. In fact, Mr. Imad, he himself has been into the tourism industry for a very, very long time. In the past, he has been, offering guide services to groups smaller as well as the larger group sizes. And currently, he does give trainings for the upcoming coach, guides, the ones who are aspiring to get into the tourism into Saudi. He is an inspiration for all of them as well. Thank you so much, Mr. Imad and Mr. Santosh, for being along with us.
Thank you very much, Kruba. It was very, very interesting explanation about the pleasures and the nice scene of the Saudi Arabia. We are looking forward to host to host our friends from India and showing them the treasures of Saudi, of course.
Thank you so much, Imad. Thank you. Moving ahead, we have Qurban Tours. So Qurban Tours is basically a DMC Arabia, which it is also known as. It's a part of the Qurban Group. It's been in the business for more than 70 years. Apart from helping with the Saudi destinations, they do offer different Middle Eastern areas also. So when it comes to clubbing, your Middle East plus Saudi, they could be the ones whom you guys can actually go to. Apart from having leisure, they also offer Umrah packages. Very little do people know that Umrah is being done by only Umrah tour operators, but this is a very, very, lengthy subject. But just to cut short, Umrah can also be done as an FIT Umrah, right? And Mitri and Anil and their team at Qurban Tours would be able to help you if at all you think you have clients who wants to perform Umrah and you don't know whom to go to. You have Qurban Tours. So we have Mr. Mitri Qurban, who's the general manager, and we have Mr. Anil Pulipalyam. He is representing India. He's representing Qurban Tours, and he is based in Mumbai in India. Thank you so much, Mitri and Anil, for joining us today.
Thank you, Krupa. It was a great presentation, and we look forward to work with. We are working with some partners. We look forward to work with them more closely. Thanks for the support.
Thank you so much,
Krupa. You're always super, as usual.
Thank you so
You
much,
had a
Mitri.
super explanation. We need the video.
Super agree.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Mitri. Moving ahead, we have Saudi Silk Road. Saudi Silk Road was established basically in 2015. They actually specialize in curating offbeat holidays with a lot of precisions. Mr. Wasim Shaban, who is the head of the product, he is hands-on, when it comes to Saudi and whatever you would require in terms of Saudi. Of course, we do have Miss Lana Al Khattoum as well. She's the reservation manager. Lana and Wasim are both based in Saudi. Thank you so much, Wasim and Lana, for being a part of our presentation today.
Good evening. Thank you, Ms. Krupa, so much for your presentation today, and thank the audience and everyone here. My name is Jamil. I also work in Saudi Silk Road along with Mr. Wasim and Ms. Lana. We are obviously looking forward to working with all of you. It sounds like it's going to be a very, very fruitful opportunity. And we personally cannot wait to show you all of the beautiful sides of Saudi Arabia. and see how flourishing it really is.
Thank you so much, Jamil. Moving ahead, we have Saudi Trips. Saudi Trips is basically a part of the Al Matar Group, which is one of the fastest growing innovative OTAs. They have Saudi Beds as well, which is like a giant consolidator in the region. They offer some amazing API integration as well, should you require that. We have Mr. Mohammed Rashid, who is the Business Development Manager for the international markets. And we have Ms. Priya Rupani, who is representing Saudi Trips in India. Thank you, Mr. Mohammed Rashid and Priya, for joining us today.
Hello, Krupa. This is Muhammad Salah from the business team representing Saudi Trips. It was real nice to join you today, and thank you for all of your effort. It was really helpful for all stakeholders. And as Saudi Trips, we are welcoming all the tourists coming from India, as we have our experience in the East Asian market, and we are working to have all the tourists from your side.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And we have our last but not the least, we have UTA. So UTA was actually established in 1948 with over 70 years of experience. They are one-stop shop for your Middle East plus Saudi packages. In fact, they have pretty amazing, itinerary options. They have hands-on experience in terms of handling your VVIP clients. We have Mrs. Randa Barkavi, who is the country manager, and we have Sara Al Jamil, who is the marketing manager, along with us along with us today. Thank you so much for Randa and Sara for being a part of our webinar.
Thank you very much for giving this great opportunity to represent us as UTA and to all the audience. And we also look forward to working with you all and serve our clients, for Indian clients, to the beauty of Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Randa. And that brings us towards the end of our presentation, as well as introducing our DMCs with all of you. Over
Thank
to
you,
you.
Krupa.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Krupa, for the wonderful presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, the floor is open for question and answers, and I would request our STA team members to take up the questions and request our travel partners to raise their hands or put their questions in the chat box so that we can take it one by one. So to begin with, we have our first question. What will be the normal cost of Golden Triangle with 3-star options?
Okay, so when it comes to 3-star options, when it comes to Riyadh and Jeddah, you would definitely get the 3-star hotel accommodations. In terms of, the pricing wise, it may not really be the same when it comes to Alula. Alula could be a little more expensive. So if you're looking at an FIT Golden Triangle, then I would say it would cost you anywhere around 150,000 to 175,000 per person approximately. This is for a duration of 7 to 8 days.
All right. So let's go to the second question for the day. What can be done for 5 nights in Alula?
Okay. Alula is a destination which, for 3 nights, yes, you do have the activities. I would say 5 nights, if somebody really, really has the money to spend, maybe you split your stay in different hotels. Like, you stay in Banyan Tree, you stay in Habitats to get the view, because both the properties, the landscape, the amenities and all of that they offer is pretty different. So practically, when it comes to your sightseeings, yes, you can actually finish all your sightseeings and all your main points within 2 days. But of course, you can actually, divide it. You could do Hegra by day. Of course, currently Hegra by night is not available. So you can do Hegra by day. Then you can, which will take about, say, 2.5 hours. Then we have Jabal Ikma and Dadan, which would be about, again, 2.5 hours to 3 hours. You have trails, the trail, they are the walking trails that are there, which could take about, say, 2 to 3 hours on an approximation. Then you can visit, the Alula Oasis area, again, about 2 hours to say safely. Other than that, you have, your Garamil experience, which would take almost, 3/4 of your day, because it starts in the early evening, early afternoon, and then it ends only with dinner. So that day is like practically you're traveling, because they actually take you in the interiors of Alula. Of course, and then some time at leisure to experience the wellness and the amenities that the hotels have to offer. I hope that answers the question for Alula.
Sure. Let's go on to the third question. Can you advise about Red Sea products?
Okay. So when it comes to Red Sea, there are currently only 3 properties that are available for sale. Of course, there is the fourth one, which is due to open. That is the Desert Rock, due to open in the last quarter of this year, towards December. But when it comes to experiences, you have experiences like breakfast by the mangrove, your, mountain biking experiences. You have stargazing experiences. So always remember, even though there is stargazing which is available in Alula, and then there is a stargazing which is available in Red Sea, they both are very different, because the landscapes and everything also matters a lot, right? The one stargazing in Alula that happens, you have the dinner experiences and all of that, right? Like a camp dinner and all of that. But when it comes to the Red Sea, it's not literally like a camping experience, so they are different in those ways. Other than that, if you have Jain community, people who follow Jainism who are traveling, very important, I believe, is the food thing for them. They have certain dietary requirements. The best part is the resorts in the Red Sea, they actually understand the concept of Jain meals, and they do offer Jain food accordingly.
Okay. So, our next question is, are there Indian restaurants or Indian food available in the hotels?
Okay, so when it comes to hotels, there are certain hotels, like, say, for example, Fairmont or Riyadh. They do have, when it comes to, your breakfast, your a la carte menu and all, they do have Indian cuisine that is there on the menu. There are a lot of Indian restaurants also that are there in the cities. Of course, except Alula, when it comes to, I'm specifically speaking about the Golden Triangle. In other cities, that is your Riyadh and Jeddah, you do have a lot of Indian restaurants. You have, mid-scale to a fine dining restaurant that is available. Other than that, we have, our Indian Michelin star chef, Vineet Bhatia. Even he has a Michelin star restaurant in one of the hotels in the Al Khobar area. So that way, yes, there are a few hotels which do offer Indian menu in the hotel itself.
Okay. So, the next question for the day will be, is there any tour available for Jubail?
For Jubail, currently, we are not very, very highly promoting Jubail as a destination. But yes, we do have our DMCs who do include Jubail in the itinerary. And whenever, as and when you have requirement, you can always, write to our partners. Post this webinar, we will be sending across all the information, all the details, including the list of DMCs. You all can get in touch with the partners and, of course, get the itineraries and the packages for Jubail as well.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, so we'll wind up with the questions. We are happy to answer all the questions. You can put those questions in the chat box, and we'll try to address them as soon as possible. Thank you, Krupa. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, I would request Mr. Mohsin Patel, Country Manager, India and Bangladesh, to give away the closing note.
Thank you so much, Vanshika. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm grateful for your time, efforts, and the interest that you've shown in exploring Saudi Arabia as a tourism destination. Your presence here reflects the growing enthusiasm about Saudi as an outbound destination from India. I hope the presentation has inspired you and given you valuable insights about the destination. I would encourage you to visit our website for further information or get in touch with any of our team members in India. Thank you once again, and we look forward to welcome you in Saudi Arabia. Thank you so much.